please remember, when we are talking about development team roles, so what all are the different teams which are available in companies which will give you support in the development part? Those roles we will be seeing up here. So what all are that roles which we are going to see for now? As you can see, we will be discussing about the software development team, project manager, analyst, quality assurance role, software developer, and database administrator. These will be helping into development part. Development part. Let's say if you are developing any software or application, these job roles will help you in that. So let's start, guys. Let's start and let's try to understand basically how it does work and what all are the things there. So we will go ahead with one small example. Hmm. See, whenever we are talking about any role, guys, any role. So what is the role basically? What is the role? Role is nothing but a group name. Group name. Role is nothing but group name which define their means group which defines the group their working standard. Means uh, job role, or you can say any role, will be a kind of name which define your working standard. Let's say what you are going to work, what is your responsibility and all. So what exactly the breakpoints we do have, or you can say what all are the types we do have whenever we talk about the job roles, how we will define basically. So whenever we are talking about any role, so please remember these four point. First is job role, or you can say role, and then second is responsibility, and third one is role, responsibility, and stakeholder, role, responsibility, and stakeholder. Along with that, we will be having capabilities in the same again. Capabilities. So, how many things are important? Four things are really important once we are going to perform any work into development, or even in real time scenario also, guys. In real time scenario, let's say what exactly these four things I'll try to explain you all by using one small example. Let's suppose the job role which I am talking about is security engineer. Security engineer. Security engineer. Now the security engineer is the job role, right? Security engineer is the job role. What will be the responsibility of the security engineer? Then the responsibility will be like protecting assets of the company. Assets of company. That will be the responsibility of security engineer. And what is the capability? Capability turns into skills what this security engineer is aware about. Let's say this security engineer is very good into uh, what do we call identity and access management, in network security, in data security, in what do we say, firewall. He knows firewall, and he knows antivirus, he knows IDS, he knows IPS. So many tools and so many things will come under the skills of security engineer. That is, skills are nothing but capabilities, means what he knows. Then only he will be able to protect. Apart from it, the fourth point will be coming as a stakeholder. Now, what is the meaning of a stakeholder? Let's suppose, let's suppose it is a company. It is not one small, it is not one small organization. Or everywhere we are not getting a small organization. We will be getting big organization, very big organization. So protecting assets of company is not the responsibility of one person. So there will be what do we call technical security officer, TSO, uh, CISO will be in company. We used to call chief information security officer and project manager sometime. So what they are doing? They will divide in small group all the team, and then they will start distributing or dividing the work. So let's suppose you are working in that company. Once you are working, so you will not get the security of everything. You may be getting some part of it. Let's say you will get to apply network security only. You will work on the network security. So network security will be your stakeholder. You know all other stuff also, but the specific task which has been assigned to you is network security. So that network security is nothing but your stakeholder. I hope everybody has understand what is job role responsibility and what do we say, capability and stakeholder. Anybody doubt, or shall we go ahead? Perfect. So guys, remember one thing. When we talk about this documentation, where it does start from, few development team roles, which is like project manager will come first, enlist will come, quality assurance, software developer, and database administrator. These all are the team roles, or you can say that these all are the roles that we do have. In these people only, these people together, they used to complete the process of software development life cycle, which is nothing but your SDLC, which is nothing but your SDLC. So we will start from software developer, because when it comes to software developer, because easily we all will be able to understand again. So when we talk about software developer, guys, so software developer means what? uh, a team member or a team who will write the code of application. As you can see in the first point, it has mentioned either you can learn based on four things, like again, the role, responsibility, capability, stakeholder. So these four things will be available for each job role. So this is the software developer job role, and your responsibility is to write the code that makes up the application according to the specification that the analyst provides. So there will be one analyst basically who will analyze your whatever the designs that you are following to make the software. He will analyze, and after that he will give you some specification, like this is what a software you have to create, or you have to write the code for that software. So your responsibility will be to write the code, to write the code. And you need to have the version control also. Version control means, let's say you have written a code, This is your code. You have written this code. Now, if you need to modify something, it simply you think like this is your last code, modified new code you will get. So you can say this was the first version, this is second version. Again you will modify the code, you will get a new version, third version. So version control, maintaining the version control for your application or for your the code which you are writing, that is again really important with respect to the SDLC process. And then you can run initial test cases to ensure whether code or whatever the application or software you are developing, whether in unit test it is working proper or not. And not only in unit test, in integration also you have to check. Let's say you have written a few codes, so you have to check one by one code. This is working, this is working, this is working, and all together after integrating this is working or not. And you have to write the code and you have to fix the bugs. Let's say if any error issues or anything is happening into your code, you have to fix it out, because you are only the developer who is going to develop the code. So what all are the other responsibility which will be handled by a software development team? So let's say I'll use software as development team, SDT, software development team. And now you will be getting the job role also like the same SDET, right? This is again a job role for software developer. So basically, guys, what these peoples are doing, what is their responsibility? Collectively, I'm just talking now. So they are maintaining, they are building, maintaining, and enhancing. They are building, maintaining, enhancing the software or application which they do develop, which they do develop. And what all are the software applications they are going to develop, that we will come to know whenever it works under the design. Once you will see the design of software, easily you can understand like what type of software we are going to make and what problem basically we are going to solve, what problem we are going to solve. So in the software development team, guys, these all will come. These all will come. These people, where it went. These entire people will come into the software development team only. That's why, if you will see the openings mostly, so most of the opening you will be seeing into the software development. So in the software development team, everybody is not writing only the code. They do have some different responsibility. But it is a team. It is a team. Let's say if you need to make a software development team who should develop some application or software, so you have to further divide your team in further divide your employee in 5 teams. One will become the project manager, and then analyst group, and then quality assurance, software development, and database administrator. These all will be there, because the responsibility, stakeholder, and your capabilities, everybody will be having different capabilities. According to their capabilities, you will be keeping up them in different teams. So these roles, these 5 roles, 1 2 3 4 5, these 5 roles forms the development team. These 5 roles form the development team. So the first one is project manager. Now what is the project manager? So let's say a company A got the project. got a project. Company A got a project. Now, project manager, project manager will give the vision of that project. Vision means, let's say everybody should start, thinking about what we are going to develop. Basically, visualizing. Vision means visualizing the things in their mind. Not only the project manager, his entire team also. His entire team also. That is the first thing that the project manager should do. Project manager should start keeping a vision. And then the second most important factor, which is really important for the project manager is the interface. Project manager will be the interface in between of your technical team and your client, your company client and technical team. Project manager will be a interface. So he need to not only see the development of application. Along with that, he has to see the business outcome also. Business outcome, guys. Project manager is not the simple job. It's a very big job. So business outcome should be there. Means if uh, company A is working on project P, so if a project manager is taking interest to develop this project, so whether it is with respect to business or on business perspective, it is giving you the benefits or not. That is really important, that basically a project manager only define, decide and perform. And the most important thing which basically works here for a lot of project manager, I'll tell you honestly, what the project manager first work is to divide the stakeholder, divide the stakeholder, right? Divide the stakeholder means as per their job role, uh, they do have the vision. They came to know about the project. They what do we say, this manager is having vision, and then he is creating an interface in between of client and technical team, saying this is the project which we got, now we have to work on it, and it should also give some business outcome. Once he is getting profit here, then further what he will do, further what the project manager will do, further project manager will divide the stakeholder. Once project manager will divide the stakeholder, all the team members will get their stakeholder, like what they have to do, what part they are going to do in that particular project. And we will be seeing up, the other thing which has been given here, like the project manager has to develop a project plan, how this project will work. So is responsible for developing a project plan. So whenever you will develop a project plan, how let's suppose you will be the project manager, and guys, the in SDT team, the project manager gets highest salary. HEIGES, the highest salary. Who will get? Project manager. Let's say if you work as a, software manager, your salary in a normal company like Wipro, Cognizant, TCS, and Tech Mahindra, Accenture, these companies will be offering more than 35 lakhs. 35 lakhs for the project manager. Starting, I'm telling, starting. Either you will be application manager in a company who will be dealings with the related to application related projects. So that managers they are getting somewhat around 36 in cognizant. So this is the highest paying job, guys. In I'm talking about starting. So you can see the ending one. The person who is having 20 or 20 plus or 15 plus years of experience as a project manager, so they will be getting somewhat around 70 to 90 lakhs. This is true, guys. Peoples are getting. In small organizations also project manager used to be, in these project manager salary used to be the highest salary in all the SDT software development team. Got it? So if you need to be the project manager, so there are few courses which are available on internet also, which will leads you to be the project manager. But again, you should have the ability to lead the project. You should have what do we call uh, capability to become a leader, and you should have the high vision, and you should be able to uh, very calm while distributing the stakeholder. You should know about your team proper. You should know about your team, means which team will perform this kind of work, like that you have to know, being a project manager. So guys, the first responsibility a project manager is to develop a project plan and recruits staff to fulfill other roles. So project manager will recruit staff, means there will be staff. Staff means, let's say the people are already in the company. Now project manager will come and he will select who, actually this project manager who is going to take 4 member or 5 member from one particular team, and then 5 member from another team, like that he will recruit his own staff. And the project manager only leads and manages the project team. In project team, there will be other role like analyst, database administrator, software developer, operation engineer. To everybody who will lead, project manager will lead. Project manager will assign the task to different team members, and he will also define a timeline, like this is the project which we have to complete in 30 days, 10 days, like that he will give a timeline, because this project manager is giving you the business value business value of that particular project, and then it will provide updates to upper management. So project manager will provide the updates to, let's say, CTO, COO, CEO, like they are the top manager, like officers. So this project manager will report them. Chief technical officer, chief coordinator, something with chief executive, what do we call? CEO, chief executive officer, like that. So the project manager will report to them. So now SDT, the team will be your business analyst team. We used to call business analyst team. As you can see, sometime we do call business analyst or requirement analyst. So remember, the analyst is all about requirement. So what it will do, it will define the purpose of his project, and it will just gather the requirement. It will collect the requirement from the leadership, means from the project manager, from the clients, from the users. And after getting this requirement, the business analyst will start to organize those requirements for Developer and quality assurance, who will test the quality of your product, quality of your software in further, for your implementation and testing purpose. So the business analyst will work on the data project data. Basically, they will be working out on the requirement in the project data, right? So sometimes when you need any tool or software, you can easily communicate to the analyst, like what is there in the list, what's next is your quality assurance. Sometime we used to call testing team. So testing team will just check the quality, or you can say it may be different. It may be different from testing team also, or it will be your testing team. It is all about your company, norms. It's all about your company, how the company works. So some in some of company, directly we do have quality assurance team, or in some company we do have testing team separate, quality assurance team separate. Now, testing team, when we talk about SDLC process, so developer will develop the code. If developer will develop the code, so what do we think? Developer will develop the code without testing. Developer will not give it to anybody, either for quality assurance team or testing team. They will not do. They will not give it. First of all, they will check also from their end. They will check at their end, and after that they will forward. It means that at their end it should be working, and then only they are forwarding to the next team. So what the quality assurance team responsibility we do have? So what it does, they used to create a list of tests that verify function, usability, efficiency, maintainability, portability for each new requirement. Means all about it can be, the quality related to how you are going to maintain your product, how you are going to use your product, how your as per, the vision, as per the design, your product is working, or functional ability is same, like that. This responsibility goes to the quality assurance, and they used to maintain the list of tests that are needed to verify the behavior of each release feature. And they will do all the tests, they will investigate any failure, and they do have, they can also, remove the bugs or issues from the application, or they can help basically to the developer to do it. And they will also assist the acceptance criteria. Let's say something is the demand of client is A, but you have developed something B. So the quality assurance team will check it is B, it is not A. So how much you can approach to make it A. So what he will do, he will try to create some acceptance criteria, so that who will make A is equal to B, somewhat like that, right? Their performance criteria. It's all about testing team, guys. It's all about testing team, quality assurance. And then software developer we have seen. Database administrator is again, you should be role. This is the role only. In responsibility is to, let's say from starting you have to download the DBMS, you have to install, you have to set up username and password. If multiple users are there, you have to provide the access to multiple user, what they are doing, that you have to check. Along with that, you will be planning for backup, you will be providing the security, you will be checking out your database server. So everything, every responsibility will be of your database administrator. As you can see, maintain the data that is needed in the application, and responsible for planning, maintaining, configuring access to the data. And your your database should be available, so that for database, whatever the computing resources it does require, that you will provide. And You will secure the database. You will be keeping the backup of database. In database administrator is only responsible for database performance and optimization. At the same place, guys, I will tell you one thing, that is managed and unmanaged. Managed and unmanaged. In AWS, I'm talking about in AWS. So AWS provide managed database and unmanaged database. Managed and unmanaged database AWS provide. Right? This is managed, this is unmanaged database. If you take managed database, so all the administration task which we are doing here, all this administration task that can be done by AWS directly. That's why we used to call managed database. Who will manage? AWS will manage this database. If you take unmanaged database, it means that customer will manage that database. That is nothing but unmanaged database. So whenever you will be entering into the cloud, you will be getting both type of database. If you need managed database, because in managed database, it will give you the server. On that server, whatever the DBMS software you need, you can get it. And that software, if it needs to update, upgrade, upgrade, or you need to modify something, or if you need to modify something into server, or if you need to set up some administration task, or you need auto scaling, every feature, everything will be handled by AWS automatically. That's why we used to call managed database. That feature we do have into AWS, guys. Let's talk about the effective software team. How you will say any software team which is really effective. As per the demand, as you can see, because demands are very complex nowadays. So software development teams needs to perform very effectively. Neither they will not fulfill the project timeline, they will not complete the project in the given time. So this is what it is telling. Either if you need to develop the software or application, you need to form a team and you have to keep the effective collaboration. Can be the difference between the successful project and project that used to be failed. So now again, it is completely depend on project manager. Project manager. If there is a project coming here and here, so it is completely depends on the project manager whether this project is successful or getting failure. Not only the project manager, all the team members also. That's why we should form a successful team. We should form a team who should effectively work on the project, right? If the team is not performing well, so this project will become fail. This entire team will start facing the problem. As you can see here, when when will you say my software development team is the best? When your project manager when your project manager will translate the goals into clear definition of work. Clear definition of work means he should not, scatter the matter. He should speak on the same project, same topic. He should give the niche explanation of it. Niche explanation means a comfortable in the clear definition of work means what you have to do, what they will do, what will be the source, how it should look like, everything. He should translate the goal into clear definition of work, guys. Means a goal is there, a project is there which nothing has been done with that project, only a problem somebody is solving. For that it is having a vision, like we will be solving this problem. Now if you need to solve this problem, for that how you are going to do, how you are going to start working, what is your start of action, what is your definition of work, how you are going to do, what will you do, like that. You specifically, this responsibility used to be a project manager straight away. And when it comes to prototype and iterate over designs, it means, prototype means the project manager should give at least a prototype, because this prototype generally it used to given by the client itself, like this is a small prototype and it should look like this, and somewhat additional feature we need, like that a client can explain to the project manager. So there should be a prototype, so this prototype will help you to build the software or application. And it should it should be iterate over design. Means, let's say the project manager is here, he will give the same design work to four team, one, two, three, four. Now he need to check it one by one, which team has built a best design. So if this is good, so you can select and further the same design you can keep into the process. Use version control software to keep track of changes. Who will keep? Now the software developer, the person who is writing the code, who is writing the code, writing the code, the software developers, they need to have the version control. Let's say today one software developer wrote this code, tomorrow the same code if they will modify, so they should have this code also, this code also, next day they have modified it. And one day one team member said, I need the last 2 days code, means this code this person need, so this version at least you can give it to him, so that additional things he can check. From here everything is working. Or sometime it happens, like if you are working on the base part, it is working, next part also it is working, next part also it is work, but fourth part it is not working. So just somewhat changes you have to do either in this or this or this. So version control should be there, guys, and you have to keep track of changes, what changes we made in this code day by day or time by time. Along with that, document important decision in any requirement related to projects everybody should have. And this is the responsibility of requirement engineer, or you can say the analyst, right? This is the responsibility of, what do we say, quality assurance. Yeah, quality assurance was we have seen, and enlist. This is the responsibility of enlist, not quality assurance, right? This is the responsibility of enlist. This one, document important decision. Encourage two-way feedback. Two-way feedback means, let's say client and the software vendor. So client can give the feedback to software vendor, and then software vendor can give the feedback to client, and further the client will give it to the software vendor, like that. And use time wisely. You need to use your time somewhat, wisely, so that you can complete your project in a given period of time. So guys, these all are the checkpoint question. Which team member test an application? Anybody, any answer? Which team member test an application? Analyst. Quality assurance engineer, we can say. Quality assurance team will check the application. Which team members secure the data in database? Very good. So database administrator will secure. This answer might be given to you. Yeah, it has been given. See, quality assurance team member and database administrator. So this is your software development team, guys. guys, cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources like compute, storage, networking, and machine learning, artificial intelligence, data analytics, IoT, robotics. Like that, you can add so many, but generally, major our fundamental part are compute, storage, and networking through internet. Very simple. On-demand delivery of IT resources like compute, storage, networking through internet. That what is the cloud computing? So your answer is here. Cloud computing is on-demand delivery of compute, power, database, storage, application, other IT resources through the internet. And you do have, pay as you go price means how much you use, how much we use, that much we have to pay. Like what? Like electricity, how much we are consuming, that much we are paying. Like gas, how much gas we are using, that much we are paying. Local data center, setting up a local data center. So you have to purchase some place space, and you need to make the building, and then you need to hire staff, apply physical security, you have to planning, and every upfront cost means, guys, all the amount you have to pay, all the amount you have to pay instant all the amount. Let's say if you need to purchase space or land, you have to pay all the amount. If you need to hire staff, all amount, physical security, all amount, planning, everywhere you have to pay all the upfront cost means total instant all amount you have to pay. But it is not there in the cloud. But still, how you will be setting up your resources, or how will you set up your data center, just because on a local theory, like you will be calculating a local theory, and after that you will be setting up, and you will not even come to know whether whatever the data center or servers you are setting, that is enough for your capacity or not, whether you do have sufficient storage or not. So guessing, you will be starting guessing here, is there enough resource capacity, are sufficient storage or not. And if you need to change something, so it will take time, guys, it will take effort, cost, because it is local data center. Everything should be based on the hardware material you have to purchase. You need to purchase hardware material, and after that you will be doing some operation works, and you will be changing into the local data center. Next, we used to call change management, guys. This is this is something used to be in the company. If you need to change something, there is a proper change management for it, whether the product is eligible to change or not. If it is, what is the next product? If next product, if we replace, whether what will be their performance, and apart from it, whether it is in terms of business, it is giving us profit or loss. So everything used to be tested or checked into the change management before changing anything into the local data center. But when it comes to the cloud computing model, guys, under the infrastructure as a software, you need not to think about the infrastructure. All the infrastructure, or you can say all the hardware, whatever we do have, that we will be getting as a virtual hardware. With cloud computing, you can stop thinking of your infrastructure as a hardware, and you need to think how to use it as a software. This is what the cloud computing is. Means now this hardware or infrastructure, you started to use it as a software. You started to use it as a software or service, you can say software or service. That's why we used to call IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So this is nothing but a service. Now this infrastructure became service, so you can simply use it. Either you need RAM, either you need ROM, either you need CPU, or you need what do you say, some other computing resources. If you need, you can add like virtual network interface if you need. explain properly to you all, like what is IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Once again, I'll tell you, whenever we talk about cloud models, guys, so cloud models used to be of two types. One used to be of service model, and second one used to be of deployment model. Service model is all about how CSP, cloud service providers, providing the services to the customers, right? In deployment model is how a customer is deploying into the CSP. In cloud service provider, how customer is deploying as a public private network, or customer is deploying as a small organization, medium or big organization, how customer is deploying, whether what type of communication customer needs, so customer will deploy that under the CSP premises, CSP data center. So that comes under the deployment model. And when it comes to the service model, like CSP will provide the services. CSP will be providing the services based on three: infrastructure, platform, and software. Here, if you need virtual RAM, you can take. Here, if you need virtual CPU, you can take. Here, if you need virtual interface, virtual network interface, you can take it. Here, storage, if you need, you can take it. Here, virtual network, you can take it. So these all things comes under infrastructure as a service: RAM, CPU, storage, network interface, all these hardware which we are seeing locally. Locally, if you see something hardware, that is nothing but into the cloud is infrastructure. In those things we are getting as a services. That's why we used to call infrastructure as a service or infrastructure as a software. And when we talk about platform as a service, so the CSP, cloud service providers, offer some platforms where directly you can, host your application. If you need to host your application, you no need to set up a server there. You can just bring your code and you can give it to AWS. AWS is having some of services like, elastic beanstalk they do have Lambda. They can easily, host that. What do we call your application? So this platform, elastic beanstalk, Lambda, this type of platform they are offering. And there is also something called Cloud9, guys, where any type of programming language code you can write on this platform. So those type of services, if you are getting, that is nothing but platform as a service. And under the AWS, you will be getting a lot of software as a services. If any software which you are using from cloud, that is nothing but softwares. So how and where we will be getting this software? First of all, I'll show you this in infrastructure and platforms, where exactly you will be getting all these thing into the AWS cloud. Because this is our first session, so we should know about it. So I'll try to log in into AWS console. Please remember one thing: there is not a single place, or there is nothing like they have they have divided in such a way, like where you can find out, uh, you know uh, you can find out infrastructure as a service separate, platform as a service separate, and software as a service separate. There is not a single place where you can find out the services based on this infrastructure, platform, and software. You cannot find out. So what you will do, that will be your own understanding. That will be your own understanding, like what? Okay. So guys, here we were talking about you should have your own understanding to understand what you are renting, what you are renting from the cloud. Let's say if you are renting something related to hardware, obviously it will be IaaS, right? If you are renting something related to the platform, obviously it will go to platform as a service. If you are renting a software, that will be nothing but your software as a service. So let's verify, let's check it out, let's see it how exactly it does work, and where we will be finding out. So if I'll show you here, guys, as up my screen, if you see, if you search AMI, on the top of it search AMI, not now, but if you search in future it will come AMI catalog or AMI. AMI stand for Amazon Machine Image. Amazon Machine Image, and that image is nothing but it is a software configuration and software or application. So if you need to get here, you will be accessing the AWS marketplace. You will be accessing the AWS marketplace. As you can see in the marketplace, how many softwares are available? Infrastructure softwares are 3,400, sorry, 4,622. DevOps tools 3,545. Business application 973. Industry 368. Machine learning 303. IoT 187. Cloud operation 110. Professional services 13. If you need any software, you can search from here. You can get, let's say, if you need, let's say, WordPress. If you need to get the WordPress from here, you see, are you able to see WordPress here, guys? WordPress. And let's say if you need to check any antivirus, McAfee, or uh, see, Sonic Wall is available. McAfee spelling is wrong, it seems, or something. McAfee is not there, it seems. Oh. Other time we'll check it, guys. For now, let's say some other, let's say firewall. Let's say Palo Alto. Palo Alto firewall. Palo Alto. It is a firewall. See, Palo Alto firewall is there. Let's say if you are looking for other firewall, next generation firewall, that is firepower. Firepower, Cisco firepower is there. Okay, let's search about Splunk. Is Splunk. Splunk is there. Let's search about what other software we do have. SI semantic endpoint. Semantic endpoint protection. See, semantic is there. And Power BI. And if you need, let's say, Power BI, some other tools, whatever you need, guys, it will be coming. You know, there are 6,399. It is showing, but totally, if you see here, more than 10,000 you will be getting. So from here, easily you can get any software which you are looking for. Okay. Now, when it comes to infrastructure, guys, when it comes to infrastructure, so while creating the virtual machine, you will be getting the infrastructure here. Let's say we used to call instance, that you will be learning in future. You used to call it instance. Now, if you are creating a server, are you able to see my screen, guys? So I am showing you now infrastructure as a service. What I am showing, infrastructure as a service. So in infrastructure as a service, as you can see, they have given instance type. It is nothing but it's a name of, that instance. It's a kind of name that we have assigned to this combination. Like one virtual CPU, it will be 0.612 GB RAM will be there. No storage type. Network performance will be very low, 0.02 US dollar per hour it will come. But as per a list which has been given here, if you keep increasing, this is the first page only, you can see. If you need 96 virtual CPU in 192 GB RAM, if you need, we do not have any laptop like this with us, right? But if you need, you can select from the cloud. Not only that, here you can see so many, guys, so many. If you need storage along with network performance like 48 CPU, 384 GB RAM and 1800 GB storage, it should be of SSD. Like that, there are so many combination of virtual hardware we do have. And if you are using these kind of things, that will come under infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Like the same, yes, please. Yes, absolutely. We will be selecting any type of it based on our workload, based on our requirement. Not anything we are going to select, because you have to pay. As you can see on the right side, it is telling us 4.4 US dollar per hour. If you are taking this one, 4.4 US dollar are uh, if you are taking Windows one, even pricing will be more. This is of the Linux one, 4.4, because Linux is open source, Windows is with the license it will come. So 6.6 dollar per hour it will be coming if you select this one. It means that it is as per your need, as per your demand, as per your requirement you will be selecting. So this comes under the uh, infrastructure. Like the same, if you take separate storage, like the same, if you take separate network part, so that will again come under the infrastructure. When it comes to platform, guys, when it comes to the platform, so in the same you will be seeing so many services. Let's say there is a service called Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk. There is a service called RDS. So what it is telling, see, this Beanstalk is an easy to use service for deploying and scaling your web application and service deploy with this programming language on familiar servers such as Apache, Nginx, Passenger or IaaS. You simply upload your code. An Elastic Beanstalk automatically handle the deployment from capacity provisioning, load balancing, automatic scaling to web application health monitoring, ongoing, fully managed, patched, and security updates. Who is going to manage everything? AWS is going to manage, or this Beanstalk is going to manage. So this is nothing but a platform, guys, right? Like the same, you will be learning so many platform in the cloud. You will be learning so many platform in the cloud. Like the same, you will be learning so many platform in the cloud. Now, divided. Now two entities taking the part into that, right? Let's say if you are having a house, if you are keeping on rent, so there will be owner and there will be renter. Who is giving the rent? Who is giving the rent? That person and this person. Now the owner will say you can use this balcony, you cannot come out to our own premises. Like that the conversation happens. So in that conversation they used to communicate what is your responsibility, what is my responsibility. Like the same as it is, what you are managing means customer responsibility, what others manage, what others, other means cloud responsibility, means AWS responsibility. Other means AWS and you means customer. You means customer. What is customer responsibility? What is AWS responsibility? So you think if you set up local data center or on premises data center, so the entire responsibility of the customer only, correct? So you see it is in green color and this entire is into green color. It means that from network, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, data application, this entire responsibility of customer or owner, you can call owner of local. It is on premises, so local will be somebody who will be purchasing everything, so that company will be owner, so they will be responsible for these entire things. What if you are sharing a customer in cloud, AWS? Customer in AWS both are coming into the picture now. Customer and AWS both are coming into the picture now. It means that here we do have the green resources here, green things that will be managed by the customer, are in local data center everything will be managed by the on premises company. When cloud in both customer, cloud plus customer, both will start taking the resources or services from the cloud, that time this responsibility will be divided. Now, cloud. Cloud, if you need only software, you need only software. So cloud will give you only software. Cloud will give you only software. They will charge for the software. So they will not take money for networking store. Means they will not, give you the responsibility related to this. Entire responsibility will be of AWS, will be of cloud providers. Like the same in platform as a service. Now, the customer will be responsible for their application and data. If customer is deploying, let's say customer is hosting one application on the platform. So customer will be responsible for that application and data. And remaining thing, network, storage, server, virtualization, middleware, runtime, these entire responsibilities goes to AWS. But, 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 if a customer needs infrastructure as a service, means virtual hardware, virtual uh, uh, hardware related stuff. So the networking, storage, server, virtualization responsibilities goes to AWS, but operating system, middleware, runtime, data application responsibility will be of customer. So we used to call customer customer shared responsibility model. We used to call it customer shared shared responsibility model, guys, that you will be learning in deep detail. This is an introduction, so I'm just showing you, but you will be learning in detail about it. Now, the second type of model came. I have told you, deployment model is all about uh, what a customer is deploying in CSP, cloud service provider. What a customer is deploying, that there are few models. That model comes under deployment model. Now it is like public private hybrid, right? This. So if it is, let's say, uh, here, cloud means it is reachable on the internet. We used to call public cloud, which is reachable on internet, private cloud, which is not reachable on internet, and then hybrid means some part of it will be public, some part of it will be private, right? Like this, let's say this is private, this is public. Means here it is not reachable from internet, but this is reachable from internet. This is public cloud, this is private cloud. If some part is reachable, some part is not reachable, this is nothing but hybrid. If that type of deployment, if you need to do in the cloud, your that is your responsibility, guys. That is your responsibility. Whether in cloud itself you need public cloud, or you need private cloud, or you need hybrid cloud, that is your responsibility. Further, it will be coming as a network. Further, the same thing will be coming as a network, public network, private network, and hybrid network. Whether what kind of deployment you are going to do, that part will come up here, right? So when it comes to reason about the cloud infrastructure and on-premises infrastructure. So how the things work here? Let's say in cloud, no upfront investment. It comes under pay as you go. How much you use, that much you have to pay. No upfront cost, no initial all amount you have to pay. But here, large initial purchase means entire upfront cost will come, entire upfront cost will be only. Here, low ongoing cost. If you are using the services, ongoing cost will be low. Even you can predict what will be the amount in next month. Here you have to keep labor, patches, upgrade cycles into local data center in your private on-premises. Here you will be focusing on innovation. New technology, you can use it. Here you have to set up, uh, and you cannot use, because setting up will take time. And here you need to set up the system administration, but in cloud, that is their part, system administrator. Flexible in capacity you will get, speed and agility will be there. You can globally reach in few seconds. Here It is limited in geographic region, in long procurement cycle and setups, and it is fixed capacity. Whatever you purchase, that much only you can use, right? So this is and there is something called massive economy of scale, guys. Massive economy of scale means if you reserve something, then you have to pay more less in AWS, under the pay as you go pricing model only. uh, you will be having some reserve. If you reserve something, you have to pay less. We do have the solution called Nuri, Puri, and Uri. So Nuri means no upfront reserve instance, means no additional, no upfront money you have to give to AWS. You can start using and then you have to pay partial upfront. If you reserve, I'm talking about. Here you will get, this much discount. This much discount here you get. Here you get this much little more discount. Here you will get more discount if you are reserving. Neither as compared to on premises, as compared to local or on premises, you are even better. You will be paying less into the cloud all the way. So if you want somewhat more discount, so you can pay all upfront cost at once to reserve. Let's say if you are purchasing a virtual machine which cost $10, $10, $10 per month. So total it will be coming for a year $120 per year, right? Per year $120 for 3 year, 360 dollar you can pay at once. Then it will give you 30% discount. 30% discount will be somewhat around, let's say it will be coming now $250 if you pay all 250 at once. So you will be able to use like the same as I have done the calculation. If you are paying partial amount, let's say at the place of $360, if you are paying let's say $150, so you will get the discount of 20%. So if you get the discount of 20%, somewhat around $300 you have to pay now. If you are paying no upfront cost, you will get 10%. 10% is nothing but $330 you have to pay. So like that they are giving you the benefits. And at the end of it, if AWS will get the benefit, so they will reduce the prices of their services and resource. Then that benefits will go to the customer. And if a number of customer are so many customers started to use AWS, it means that AWS start getting so much benefit, so much money benefits. So they will reduce the price, and again customer will get benefits, again customer will use. So this is nothing but economy of scale we used to say. And as you can see, what can you do in the cloud? You can do application hosting, backup and storage, content delivery, website, enterprise IT, database. There are thousands of the things, more than thousand things you can do into the cloud.